So y'all, it's that time of year. Kiely Williams and Naturi Naughton have reignited their 20-year-old beef once again. Let's discuss. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Beasley here. Hope you all are staying cool, calm, and collected out there. Quickly, I want to talk to you guys about this whole entire Naturi Naughton and Kiely Williams situation. I'll tell y'all, every single year, every 6 months, this beef between 3LW is brought to the forefront once again, and then it fades to the background with no resolve and each girl going in their corner. But if you guys don't know, 3LW was a group back in the day that never really met their full potential. Like, they had what it took. Like, they all could sing. I mean, 2 of them could sing. They could all dance. And then on top of that, they each represented different aspects of the black and brown community in regards to women. But back then, we weren't that bright, and we were in the culture that light was right. So they ended up pushing both Adrienne Bailon and Kiely Williams to the forefront. And that caused a lot of friction in that group. And they kind of downplayed Naturi Naughton as a member and really downplayed her vocals. I think she only sung lead maybe like once. Like, you actually heard her full voice once, and that was on that one song, The Way It Is, or Play Is Gonna Play. That's the name of it. Sorry, I'm like stirring a little bit. But Play Is Gonna Play, that was the one song that Naturi sung on, like lead. And then after that, you never really heard like a peep out of her. It was like she was just there for like, it's like she was an equality hire. Like, she was just there to balance out the shade ratio, if that makes sense. But ultimately, their beef got leaked to a publication. I think it got leaked to Wendy Williams. And then on top of that, that caused a lot of friction with Kiely and her trifling older sister, who was like the guardian, the chaperone of the group. They got into it, and then allegedly, I mean, it's not even alleged at this point, because Kiely Williams basically confirmed that like she threw a plate of food at Naturi Naughton. They kicked her out of the car and left her in a parking lot. And she later went on to have an interview with Wendy Williams where she spilled all the tea. And when Naturi spilled all the tea in that Wendy Williams interview, it caused a lot of like fan backlash against the 3LW group. I mean, they tried to carry it on with them two as 2 little women, but it did not work. We were not vibing with it at all. And then they went ahead and they went back and reneged on their decision, and they hired a Naturi Naughton lookalike by the name of Ty, who didn't even really get to do anything. She was only in like 1 music video. And then Adrienne and Kiely went ahead and they ditched her, like threw her to the wayside, and they joined the Cheetah Girls. And that was the full dissolvement of 3LW ever since. But ever since then, each girl seemingly moved on with their lives. Adrienne Bailon, she was mainly in the Cheetah Girls, and then she went on to be like a Kardashian playmate, and then she landed a job on The Real. And I think she also had a reality show with Jalisa Brumedes, who was on 106 & Park. But she was on The Real, and then Naturi Naughton found immense success in Broadway, playing Little Kim, which her playing Little Kim, that's a whole video I'm gonna do on that, because I love Lil' Kim, but Lil' Kim, you did Naturi wrong. And she later got her breakout starring role in the hit show of Power on, I believe it's Stars? Yeah, Power on Stars, y'all. I love Power. And I loved her character because she was like a very like astute businesswoman, and also like a ride or die trap queen. But later on in the series, Courtney Kemp kind of turned her character into a bed wench, to be honest. And also, after the Cheetah Girls, Kiely Williams went on to have like a little bit of a solo career. I mean, she put out that one song called The Spectacular, but that was kind of like a flop. Really, it was like a video where everybody made fun of her, and then she gave up and she became a mom, all the way up until today, where she had a resurgence on the hit BET show by the name of Encore. And in that show, true to Kiely form, you may think that she's just playing a villain, but really she's just playing herself. She's a petulant child, she's immature, she doesn't get along with anybody, and she's probably gonna ruin the show like she's ruined the Cheetah Girls and ruined 3LW. But why are they beefing today, you ask? Well, that all started when Naturi Naughton put up this Instagram post, which reads, "Why are black people so quick to cancel each other? We are allowed to have different opinions, and it doesn't make you anti-anything. At Phylicia Rashad, I stand with you. Hashtag the Cosby Show changed lives." Now, Naturi girl. Naturi, I love you, but I can't rock with you on this one. Now, granted, Bill Cosby got out because mainly he settled out of court. There's still no like real proof if he did or didn't do what he did. Like, we have to keep it real. I personally don't know how to feel about the whole entire Bill Cosby situation, because there's so many different aspects on how they went after to tear this man down, but at the same time, he did do it to an extent. Like there was like a lot of heavy drug use back in the 80s, but this video is not about him. My thing is, Phylicia Rashad, she came out and defended Bill Cosby, like basically like he was exonerated from anything that he did, which is not the case. And Phylicia Rashad should have really just sat there and ate her food. And Naturi, so should you. Like Phylicia and Naturi, you two are like amazing women. But my thing is, you guys, it's like once again, black women like stepping out to cape for a man that is not going to do the same as them. Like Bill Cosby's not gonna cape for y'all. Bill Cosby can't even talk anymore. And then when Naturi put out that post, Kiely Williams said on Twitter, OMFG, somebody bring me a two-piece again. She talking crazy. And my thing is, so yeah, you just sat there and admitted that you threw that plate of food at her. The mystery's been solved. I mean, we already knew that. Like, let's keep it real. And there was another tweet that she put out, but I can't find. But overall, my thing is, I normally do not care for Kiely Williams. I normally don't side with her, but like, I'm not really mad at her for making that trolling tweet. Like, I'm not at all. I still stand with Naturi in the situation. And I'm still a firm believer that Kiely Williams is full of shit. But however, I just can't rock with Naturi on the situation. Like, I want you guys to drop down in the comments and let me know, what do you guys think of the whole entire Bill Cosby situation, and what do you guys feel about Phylicia Rashad and Naturi Naughton, like, defending Bill Cosby, basically? I mean, like, in a roundabout way, Naturi was basically defending Phylicia Rashad, but Phylicia Rashad was defending Bill Cosby, and then you have Naturi Naughton, who put a hashtag, the Bill Cosby show changed lives, at the bottom of her caption. So my thing is, she in a roundabout way was supporting Bill Cosby as well, and a lot of other people support Bill Cosby too. But it's just like, you guys are willing to risk your career and reputation over this man that's not going to come out and do anything for you or defend you. Like, he's not going to help you guys at all. Like, I just don't understand. I understand you guys love that man, but make sure the same love is being reciprocated before you stick your neck and your livelihood on the line. But that's just how I feel about the whole entire thing. You guys let me know how you guys feel about Naturi and Kiely. You know what? Speaking about them two again, The Real. Adrian Bailon is on The Real. The Real's ratings, I believe, are on a decline. The Real is boring. I used to love The Real, but nobody's talking about The Real anymore. Like, it's just like Baba Black Sheep. Like, nobody is like, they're not as salacious. They don't make headlines like The View does with Meghan McCain, and she's about to leave too. But the best thing to do, Adrian, once and for all, bring Naturi and Kiely on to The Real, and y'all have to sit down and hash out this 3LW mess. Because honestly and truthfully, even though Naturi pretends that she moved on, she never moved on. Because deep down inside, Naturi still wants to do music, and she's still holding on to the fact that 3LW did not meet that potential, because they were there. They were there. 3LW was going to be the next big thing after Destiny's Child, and it did not happen, mainly due to Kiely Williams and her sister. But it didn't happen. And all three of these girls have trauma over the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, because it's just like, damn, like, we could have been thriving. Like, we could have been pioneers in music. Like, you had Adrian the Latina, Kiely Williams, the racially ambiguous black woman, and you had a dark-skinned black woman, all in a group making music that resonates with everybody, resonates with the youth. And it's like, these girls just have trauma over the fact that everything that could have happened, it could have been avoided. And they all still have beef with each other because they've never even been in the same space since like 20 years ago. Like, I bet you any amount of money that Kiely Williams and Naturi Naughton have not seen each other in person since that whole entire incident down to the KFC. So these girls just have a lot to get off their chest, and it's a lot of trauma, and they need to find a way to talk about it. But if The Real wants some real ratings, they need to have a sit down between these two. I mean, hell, even old ghetto ass Zeus Network could have like them two sit down in the conversation. Who knows? But my thing is, Naturi and Kiely, you guys bring this up every 6 months. Every 6 months, it's always something between you two, and you two clearly have an issue with the way your careers transpired, and you guys really have a lot of trauma to get off your chest, and you guys need to like have some type of like understanding at this point, because you two are like Tom and Jerry at this point. Like, it's ridiculous. But those are my views. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm gonna come at you guys with some more content.